Alright, friends, we're gonna take the How Much of a Feminist quiz from Buzzfeed. I would be willing to give up some of my salary, no, so that equal pay in the workplace could be a reality. No. I work hard for my money. I ain't giving any of that up. There to take money out of my paycheck, it's called taxes. I believe that men and women should be equal. Oh boy. Equal in what way? I explain. No, are you gonna elaborate? No. In theory, yes. I guess. I can't help but be bothered when a song includes misogynistic lyrics, even when I otherwise like a song. What songs have misogynistic lyrics? I don't listen to any with misogynistic lyrics. Actually, truth be told, I actually listen to mostly girl singers, so I'm not gonna check it though. I know who Bell Hooks is. Unfortunately, yes, I do. I can define intersectional feminism. I can. That doesn't mean I agree with it. I know who Bell Hooks is. That doesn't mean I agree with her, man. There could be the biggest anti-feminist in the world, and they would check those two things because they know what that is. I don't use the phrase, hey guys. Actually, yes, I do. I live in the Midwest. That's what we do. I have taken a women's and or gender study class. No, I haven't. I've taken a few SJW classes, but none of them were specifically women's and or gender studies. So, I think it's important to encourage girls to pursue science and math as a career. No. Okay. People should be encouraged to pursue whatever they want. If it's science and math, they should be encouraged to get into science and math, but not specifically just because you're a girl, and not specifically just because it's a high-paying career. Women should be allowed to apply for a job if they fulfill 60% of the job requirements. Well, what are the job requirements? Like, what if, you're gonna be like an EMT and you haven't taken a CPR class, I mean, or something like that. You could be screwing something up real bad if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. It depends. So I'm not gonna check it. I think we should change women's bathroom symbols to include traditionally feminine clothing. Oh, to not include traditionally feminine clothing, skirts, dresses. Oh, yes. Oh, real issues right here. You know, I just read about this 8-year-old that was forced to get married, and she died on her wedding night. And this is what we're going to be concerned with. You know, fuck you. I believe trans people should be allowed to use whichever bathroom they identify with. I fluctuate between this issue. I'm going to say yes. It's a bathroom. You have stalls anyway, whatever. I believe it's important to encourage women to negotiate. I think they're referring to, like, negotiating jobs and, like, asking for higher pay and all that. Do I believe it's important? I mean, that's part of the reason they're not getting as high pay, yes, but I don't know. I'll just not check it. I believe Jennifer Lawrence should earn as much as her male co-stars. It depends. Is she have a large role in a film, or does she have a small role in a film? If she's just doing like a tiny role in a film, and there are other people that have a lot more lines and parts in the film, then she should probably not earn as much as them. If vice versa, she should earn more than them. I don't know. Leave it up to them to figure it out. I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lawrence can find out if she's been slighted or not without the feminists telling her to do that. God, I can't talk today. I do not think a movie should be released unless it passes the Bechdel test. Oh, wow. Oh, that's some 1984 shit right there. Nope. I believe all genders are entitled to the same social and political rights. Sure. I can explain why 78 cents to the dollar is not a fully accurate description of the gender wage gap. Yeah, you know it isn't. I think there's a lot of anti-feminists that could also explain that, but people don't listen to them. I believe that women who possess certain types of privilege are responsible for advocating for women who don't have their level of privilege. No. If I had a daughter, I would encourage her to be anything she could be. And anything she wanted to be. I mean, like, if I had a son, I would do the same thing, but whatever. I would make it clear to my daughter from an early age her identity should never be defined by her relationship status. Sure. I would believe it's important to compliment a woman's intelligence over her look. You know, when you're complimenting somebody, usually it's to strangers and you don't know if they're smart or not. You're just like, hey, I like your shirt. Hey, I like your earrings or whatever, you know. It's not like you know a lot about the person when you compliment them. So no, I don't think so. I believe a woman has the right to choose what happens to her body. Is this abortion? Or are we talking about, like, the women in Somalia that are being genitally mutilated right now? If it's them, yeah, I do think that. If you're trying to abort your baby, like, one day before it's due to come out, just because you changed your mind and you whatever, I don't think that's right. Okay, but the distinction I would make is when it becomes another human being. This is what I can say. When it becomes another human being, it becomes another body inside your body. That's when it starts to become a decision in which you have to take that into account. So, there we go. In an instance of sexual assault against a female, I'm inclined to believe the assaulted person is telling the truth until proven otherwise. It depends. Is it somebody I know? I mean, if it's somebody I know and it's somebody I know that wouldn't make up something like that, of course I'm going to believe that person. But if it's, like if it's somebody that I know is not very nice and they're making an accusation against somebody a guy or a girl that I know is a good person, then yeah, I'd be more inclined to not believe it, but whatever. I can explain Marlene Dietrich's influence on women's fashion. I have no idea who that is. I know what a bad feminist is. Yes. Almost all of them. If you concentrate on all these first world problems and you do not give a shit about women living in other countries like Somalia and Afghanistan where there are child brides and all that shit, yeah, you're a pretty bad feminist. I believe that women should be able to dress however they want without it dictating how they are treated by society. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I think, okay, here's an instance where that wouldn't happen. If you're a girl and you're wearing, like, this shirt with a big swastika on your shirt, and you're walking around with that shirt on, yeah, you should be treated worse by society. So yeah, no. And I don't think feminists have thought of that yet either, because if they did, they wouldn't have a question like that. I have never said that a woman asked for it. You should have the caveat in regards to rape. I think that's what they mean in regards to rape. But if it's another instance, if it's a woman being a bitch to somebody and she gets called out for being a bitch to somebody, yeah, she did ask for it. She did ask to be called out. So yeah, I would say that. And I have said that before. But, you know, if it's something else, then, I mean, if it's rape, I would never say that. No. I think they mean in regards to rape, in which case I should probably check it. Because, yeah, I would never say that about rape. I am offended by catcalling. It depends. If somebody's saying good morning beautiful, like in that that video that they made with the feminist, the woman, 10 hours of walking down the street as a woman, that's not catcalling, and I wouldn't be offended by that. But if it's somebody saying things like nice tits, I'd hit that. Yeah, I would be offended by that. And I'd probably tell them to fuck off. Of course, that first one I don't think anyone would say about me, but, oh well. I don't think women should get VIP treatment at nightclubs and bars just for being women. No, I like free shit. I like free shit, man. No, let's keep that. I think police brutality and its correlation with race is a feminist... No! It's not a feminist issue, it's a race issue. It's not even a race issue either, by the way. Okay. I think we should stop promoting models as the ideal beauty type. Well, it depends. Are you talking about, like, plus-size models? Are you talking about, like, anorexic models? What kind of models are you talking about? Like, they don't say this. Like runway models, yeah, they're, like, way too skinny. They look like you took, like, a Halloween skeleton and put some skin on it and you decided to walk it down the aisle like a marionette. It's disgusting, yes. But, you know, and there are some plus-size models that are almost a little too much, but, you know, I think a lot of the skinnier plus-size models are actually pretty good looking. I think we should go with the, if it's talking about the runway models, but here's the thing, I don't think that's the ideal body type. I don't think people like runway models. I think people think they're too skinny. I think most people would agree that they're, like, disgusting. So, I think we should stop photoshopping women's bodies in the media. You know, here's the thing. Like, okay, I had one high school photo where I chose to Photoshop it. Because this is the deal. I had, like, a face full of zits. I had a really big face full of zits. And it was awful. And I decided to Photoshop it because that's not what I look like. I normally don't have that, you know, and so I chose to Photoshop that. And, you know, like, maybe you had a bad day where, like, something happened, you broke out. It was that time of the month and you broke out, or, like, you got into an accident and you hurt yourself and you have a big bruise. Yeah, you should be able to have that photoshopped if you're a model or whatever, because that's not what you normally look like. But when it's drastically altering people to, like, there are some things I've seen where people have just been totally altered by Photoshop to the point where they don't look human anymore. yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. But here's the thing, just because I don't like it doesn't mean that people shouldn't be able to do it. It's your free choice to do it. Oh, I have never called a woman bossy. I have called women bossy because they were being bossy. Have you never encountered a bossy woman? And there's a difference, by the way, between bossy and leadership skills. People that are bossy start telling other people what to do, and they think that they're better than other people, even when they don't even have the authority to be doing that, and even when they, you know, are being a complete bitch to everybody, and they, I have somebody at work that's bossy right now. She's not a boss, she's not a manager, she treats everyone like crap, and she's always pointing out all these little problems and things they missed. That's different than leadership. If you're a leader, yeah, you're going to point out things that people are doing wrong, but you're going to do it in a way that is going to encourage them to do better, not just like totally tear them down all the time. And that's the difference between being bossy and being authoritative and being a good leader. So yeah, if somebody's bossy, man or woman, I'm going to call them bossy. Screw that. I think companies should offer more child-friendly time and programs to women who are having children. I think they already have enough of that, for the most part. Except for, okay, yeah, there are some that should. Like when I was working at McDonald's, that was pathetic. They gave like a little bit of maternity leave, and that was it for people that I knew were getting pregnant, and it was ridiculous. So yeah, in that case, yeah, but it's like what companies, what instances, how much. None of this is quantifiable. It's all like this feely, this is how I feel type of crap. Okay. I believe women should be offered the same opportunities for promotion as their male coworkers. Yes, and in what cases is this not the case? Name me one company that doesn't do that, that only offers that to men. I think that would be like a discrimination lawsuit waiting to happen. Name me one company that does that and gets away with it. I believe that if a woman wants to pay on a date, her date should let her. Sure, I paid on dates before. I believe that women should have easy access to birth control. Yes, and they already do. They already do. You know how easy it is to like waltz into Planned Parenthood or whatever and get your free birth control? It's really not that hard. Or even if you get it, from your primary care doctor or whatever, it doesn't cost you anything. It's literally free. I believe in a relationship the domestic duties should be shared. Well, it depends. Is one of these people employed and one of the people aren't? Because if one is employed and the one person isn't, then the person that's employed shouldn't have to do the domestic duties. It's like one person works 40 hours a week and one person works 20 hours a week and they should have it equal. No, that's bullshit. And should. It's not my choice to dictate what people do with their life. I think a couple should have equal responsibility over the aesthetic and cleanliness of their home. That's the same question. No. I believe that men should be encouraged to be involved and make choices in the wedding planning process. Should be encouraged. They should do whatever the hell they want. I believe that men and women have the same emotional strength. Depends on what man and what woman. I don't know. I guess I'll assume it's equal until somebody comes out with a study or something that shows it's different. I do not think it's the responsibility of a man to protect a woman physically. Depends. It depends. I think all women should probably have the right to bear arms and keep a gun in your purse, but then you won't need no man. But apparently Democrats have different ideas than that. Probably the same people that wrote this Buzzfeed article. So if there isn't something, then it's probably the It's not the responsibility though. You probably should if you're able to do that and not get hurt or whatever. I believe that women should be encouraged to express their emotions equally. You're going to express what you want to express, If you don't want to express your emotions, then nobody should make you. Nobody should nag you to do it. I have never asked a woman why she does not have children. I found one I can check. Woohoo! I would be equally excited to have a son or daughter. Ooh, there's another one I can check. Ooh. I think American workplace culture is often not structured in a way that is helpful or encouraging to women succeeding. No. I think it's if you work hard, you're going to succeed. Doesn't matter. I think women have a responsibility to help and encourage other women to pursue their goals. No, I don't have to help and encourage anyone. If it's my family member, if it's my friend, yes, I will. But if it's somebody else, no. I think women are equally capable to men to be president of the United States. Sure. Not Hillary Clinton, though. I believe women have no responsibility to make conscious effort to always be friendly and polite. Despite how I sound in this, I think everyone has to make an effort to be conscious and polite. It's just human decency. You should be doing it. I have never criticized a woman for not wearing makeup or wearing too much makeup. I've never criticized a woman for not wearing makeup. Most of the time people look better without makeup, but for wearing too much makeup, yeah. Not to their face, but you see women and they look absolutely ridiculous and they put way too much makeup on. This happens all the time. It's my biggest pet peeve ever. I believe a woman is a woman if that's what she calls herself, regardless of her physical attributes and makeup. This is a trans thing, isn't it? I don't know. A woman is a woman. I mean, who am I, whatever. Sure. I'll check it. I haven't checked enough here. Show me my results. Uh-oh. You checked 21 of 50. You are pretty woke, and you definitely try to stay informed about what's going on in the world of feminism and how you can make it better. Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. I am aware of things that we need to do to make the world better for women, but these first world problems are definitely not in my priorities right now.